Zazen has turned into like this relaxation. It's not really what it's supposed to be anymore in modern Zen, modern Buddhism, Western. But you can't reverse engineer it. When you have a mudra, you already know this is alchemical, energetic. There's got to be, but it's not about relaxing. It's not about filling the intellect with something. It's not about intention. Okay? And it's the same thing in Aikido. There's a hand shape, there's an arm shape, and you don't fuck with it because it's working through mudra as well. And the mudra works how the mudra works. I don't know how it works. I don't think there's a scientific reason for why it works, but empirically it works. And since we're not academics and we're not scientists, we don't fucking care the why. We only care about the how. Okay? So, you got to keep your hand shape, and we've defined things. So I have Laogong. We've already defined that. And we know we have the inward spiral and we have the outward spiral. And we gave you clear markers on it, which is that on the inward spiral, the wrist and the elbow are in a different part of the spiral, meaning they're not on a circle where they make a curvature at the same time. The wrist goes first, the elbow starts it afterwards, inward spiral. On the outward spiral, the elbow goes first, the wrist comes second. Okay? So hence, we don't have these shapes. We don't have that shape. We don't have this shape. Okay, got the idea? We don't have this shape. Those aren't the shapes we use. Try to understand in this drill, you're doing the energetic work. You're working on that. Fighting's going to change what you do. If I'm grabbing him, then I'm not in Laogong. If I'm punching him, I'm not in Laogong. If I'm doing the inward elbow, I'm not on the spiral. Do you guys understand that? But we're doing an energetic drill. So you are constantly working on these things. You're never going to go, although you're pushing on the center, always getting them to rotate around each other, whichever it is. This way, I'm not going like this, I'm going like that. You can, looks like you can, but not really, you're pulling them. You're pulling it, you can feel it, you feel it? If I put the elbow in, now I'm not pulling him, I'm pushing him. Same thing here. If I'm over here like this, and this goes out, without the elbow, wrist rotating around each other, this is different. Boom, boom. The forearm is doing the linear part of what you're thinking the palm heel is doing. The forearm elbow is doing it. Boom. Okay, got it? So even though you smell them, you got them, you smell it, you still are going to do elbow in, wrist in. You're still going to do it, okay? Try it again. No, wrist didn't come in. Right. You had wrist elbow alignment. You don't want wrist elbow alignment. Right. Use your forearm to push. Right. You're thinking two-dimensional. You're thinking that this one is pushed, stay there please, that this one is pushing like this. So you spear your hand through like that. But if you keep the wrist turning, then the elbow pushes. You see that? So you're not going here in spearing the hand through the grip. The elbow is turning. Keep your grip. Got it? Go. We're not throwing, you just aren't committing. Doing the same drill. Try to get the seizure, not the external yield. Seize. What seizes it? Obstruction. Don't smell it, do it. You do this. Yeah, you feel that. You see that? Okay, so you're in here, and he's up there, so you're trying to shut him down. You see, but if you just go in, that's what you think. Instead of going here, you just go out. See? Boom. You think? Okay? Chase the mudra, not what's happening in there.
Yes,
Nice one.
Change partner.
Very much.
Chris.
Virginia.
Elbow in. Let your forearm elbow do what you think the wrist is doing. On the left hand. It's the same correction on Chris. But it doesn't make sense to push through someone's grip. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that?
I don't understand.
What?
I did not.
Okay, so his grip is a hole. You see? And then you're going to try to push through this grip. That doesn't make sense. Because he can let go. And I don't get anything. Or I slip through and I lose energy. Do you get that? So I get that there it is. And you want to push through it. Do you see that? But that's where you're going to make your uke an acrobat. You're right. He's got to make sure I don't push through. Because he's going to ride it and bounce and put his head upside down. Do you understand? Do you get that? That if your uke has to be an acrobat, then the fucking attacker's not going to be there. Okay? So, then, that's actually what we do to get out of the technique. We actually are relying on that. So, when you're doing this thing, you're not shoving through the grip and then he held on. You're changing what you're doing. In the spiral, you are going to load the elbow. I'm going to exaggerate what it's like so you see. This is what it's like. That happens in the grip. If I stop here, I'm in the grip. I have to keep turning the wrist and the elbow into the technique till I get akin to that. Boom, boom. Through the grip, energy leakage. His palm on my forearm pushes through. He can let go all he wants. Okay, you guys see that? Okay, try it again. Feel the push, Virginia? It's in your palm, not through your fingers. You gotta get it on your forearm, Chris, in his palm. We can't paint it though, right? That's the obvious mistake. We're gonna keep our foot down. Then the bottom hand, elbow comes in and it reaches out, extends. Foot down. The bottom hand. You're not doing the bottom hand. The bottom hand is just bottom hand is not good. Goes around. yourself here. Keeps extending out. Keeps extending out. This way. Boom. Not him. You're going to pin his foot. Keep leading him out, making him go. Making him go. Not pulling him. He's not chasing me. Inside. Not down, you'll pin. Keep making the center move. Boom. So this shape, not it. Here, then it starts, it's how much further can it go? How much further? So what's it need to do in the yin-yang world? What?
Go around.
In the yin-yang world, what's it need to do? It's reached its completion.
Reverse.
It's got to move around on a spiral, or you have to move.
What's it have to do?
If it's come all the way in, then now it's going to go out.
Got it? So if it went all the way to the end of its yin phase and now enters what? This yang phase. So if it did the end of its outward spiral, it has to enter its inward spiral. Okay? And not sitting here and now I'm forcing it. You feel that?
Okay.
So I get out, then it's almost going this way. Back into the inward. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. But you don't, because you only need it long enough to get the balance off, okay? But this isn't it. That's you trying to shove them down. It's you trying to overpower. It's you not listening to the teacher, right? Go. Better. Lead him with that hand, meaning you're making his center keep going forward. And then the forearm projects across that at the X. Make sure it's not pushing him in the same way. Get out of his shoulder. You're painting the obvious. Foot. Don't push him with the other hand in the same direction. It's an X. To use the spiral, your wrist and elbow have to rotate around each other. Change partner.
Thank you very much. Right.
Save time and just do the center and move it like an inch or two so we don't have to keep rolling.
Right.
Wrist and elbow. Foot.
Aye.
Like, yeah, that pace. So if it turned into Kokyu Naga, so might as well work with it, okay? Until you're behind.
Right.
It's fine if you're just doing the drill. You understand? We're doing, I guess we're doing Kokyu Naga, so you gotta do it. See that?
Yes, it's
You gotta, I gotta keep passing. Right, because your X pattern is right here. Boom. You see?
yes.
Otherwise, I'm gonna go in your shoulder.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Okay? But not that, don't do it like that, because just save time on getting up and down.
Right.
Try it.
Okay. Right.
He's got the right vector, you can just copy his.
Right.
Better. Shoulder. Don't let him pass you. Better. Pay attention to the last correction, okay? You don't want him to pass you. If we're doing Kokyu Naga, if the center's past you and you're going around the center on the backside, you're gonna end up in the shoulder and there'll be so much energy leakage because the other hand is already bringing them forward.
Aye.
Okay? Let's go. Okay, get the spiral, we're still doing that.
Aye.
You want to use your elbow in the inside the grip, not through the grip. Better. You went back to palm up on the in hand. Over the top back. Try it again. You went over the top back. Feel how it goes right up, right through your palm.
はい。
Not on the same tunnel of your fingers and thumbs.
はい。